I'll definitely talk about what they're reporting, but we need you to join us this morning because our topics are very, very important. Now, the topics that we are discussing, our very main topic happens to be the $12 million that was spent on the Agyapa deal. Let's not forget that in the year 2021, the president put a hold on the Agyapa deal because of public outcry. Now, we have heard that over $12 million was spent on this particular deal. We'll talk about that. Not just that, but also somewhere last year, we heard the EC, that's the Electoral Commission, say that they were going to abolish the use of indelible ink whilst voting. And this, they gave a good reason. They said we have Ghana cards. Hence, if you go vote, you'll be registered in the system, so you can't have any double voting. But Parliament, they say that in the Constitution, there is indelible ink and they fought it. Now, EC is saying they have a U-turn, and they're saying that indelible ink is going to be added to the process. So are Ghanaians happy now? Well, we'll be talking about all of that. But don't forget to join us, via WhatsApp or as we stream live on Facebook. The name on Facebook is Joy Prime. So you leave your comment on Facebook, and definitely we will definitely read it live on air like we always do. I was telling you earlier that my guests are seated, and so let me quickly introduce my guests for this morning. Adomako Baafi represents at the NPP. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? I love what you're wearing.
Oh.
It's really nice.
I knew I was going to meet you. This is one of our favorite colors.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so I decided to come and catch your eye.
Oh, you really caught my eye. I don't know how you did it, but you really caught my eye. Yes. Anyway.
Green is not normally women's favorite.
Representing the NDC this morning is Honorable Builsa Awontirim Ataboadey. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, Rosemary.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Great, and thank you so much for being here.
Let me say good morning to Adomako Baafi, my runaway friend. He has resurfaced again, and he just came and told you are looking fine. I don't know whether it's different from when I commended her the other day that you were looking great, and you'd always look great.
You see, this mindset is the mindset of the unprogressive.
So for me, we are always first.
You are always living in
see
the past.
The good things
instead of projecting towards the future.
When we see the
they are
good
living
things,
in the past.
Even in our development policies and so on, we are always first to take the lead, and they will try to bastardize it. But it doesn't work that way. We've seen a lot of our policies they try to bastardize, because they have no mercy. If you have a mercy, you'd continue telling the people about what you have achieved. About
you see where he's digressing?
No.
Let's not forget.
Yes,
you understand me. For the sake of, you see, he's giving a brand, but rather he lives in a glass house and he's throwing stones. Every good policy, NDC rather imitate us. You have chosen your your candidate for almost 2 years now. You've not come out with a single policy until we came out and then
You don't say that.
But the most important point, why is he crying this morning? I've not started anything.
All right, let me quickly delve into what the newspapers have for us, and then we can go into our topic.
Put even one policy and sending
The
you
Business
crazy.
Analyst is the first newspaper I'm reading. The Business Analyst. NDC describes the Agyapa deal as a naked thievery, vows to prosecute culprits. And this is why our main topic for today, actually. Digitizing public transport, Baafi launches Tap and Go system. And it happened yesterday. I was your able MC for Tap and Go. Yes.
Sure.
Assets registered as collateral stood at 94,536 in fourth quarter of 2023. And the banner headline 2024 elections, Baafi names campaign team, Dan Boche named campaign chairman, Akufo-Addo as special advisors. The New Finder. The New Finder newspaper, Hotels Association surprised at Dr. Awal's exit. Dan Boche leads Dr. Baafi's campaign. CBG, others help Casa Preco to raise 600 million Ghana cedis from bond market. Transport services digitized and starting with Metro Mass to improve operational efficiency. The Daily Guide newspaper is the next newspaper I'm reading. The Daily Guide. SML sues Fourth Estate, Manasseh, 10 million Ghana cedis. Let's share global pie, says Akufo-Addo. 2024 elections, Bawumia chairs NPP campaign. Nana and Kufuor are advisors. Mahama 24-hour economy, mere slogan, says Jinapo, and EC postpones November elections. So it looks like the elections might still be in December. The Ghanaian Times newspaper. A tap-and-go digital platform launch, government procures 100 electric buses to enhance metro mass transit operations. General election dates change from December 7th to November, not feasible, the CSS Dr. Bosman Asari. And he actually did say this during our launch of our election headquarters, which took place yesterday and was organized by Multimedia. Will investigate, prosecute $12 million expenditure on a botched Agyapa Royalties deal if, and the if didn't end. See a picture of Mr. Sami Jemfi, who is a communications officer for the NDC, right here. Our final newspaper is the Daily Graphic newspaper, and it reads, Cleanest Region Ranking Campaign launch today. Vote overwhelmingly for Mahama on December 7th, NDC tells Ghanaians. NPP names National Campaign Committee. Push to exceed revenue target, new finance minister urges GRA. And Kasapreko raises 600 million Ghana cedis through stock exchange. That'll be all with regards to what the newspapers have for us. But our biggest story happens to be the Agyapa Royalties deal. Now, in the year 2021, there was an outcry. Actually, in the year 2020, that's when they all started, when we heard about the Agyapa Royalties. It was almost everybody talking about it. Some were speaking highly of it, that it was going to help, Ghana. For others, they said that it was a fraudulent deal. Yesterday, we did hear that this deal actually, an amount of $12 million was spent on this particular deal, which never materialized. And this is because the president decided to put a halt on it in the year 2021, due to the outcry of public. And this is how we got to know about it. It has emerged that the government spent $12 million on the suspended Agyapa Royalties deal. The CEO of the Minerals Income Investment Fund, that is Edward Nana Yao Kranting, disclosed this at a PAC sitting. The president, Nana Dankwa, ordered the suspension of Agyapa deal following a public outcry in the year 2021. And this is what I did say earlier. Now, people are speaking about it because you say, why will we spend a whooping $12 million on Agyapa deal that never got to materialize? But of course, that's why we are here on TV, because we'll break it down for you to understand how it all happened. And then you can make a judgment of it, if it was fraudulent or it was worth being spent on. And so let me start this conversation with Yao, because Yao might be able to give us every nitty-gritty with regards to this $12 million that was spent on the Agyapa Royalties deal. Yao.
Good morning.
Good morning once again.
I've missed you. I wish I were here last year. My absence really created unfettered access for my brother to spew his propaganda. And
but there was a representative.
Instead of, what I want to say is that, yes, you have raised it, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Even today, I almost didn't come because I'm so far out of the previous day's tours.
Sorry.
Or what do I do? Because I've missed you and my brother, of course.
We missed you too.
And I can't afford missing this program. I decided to come. Well, Agyapa deal. The Minerals Commission, Minerals Income, whatever the agency, appeared before the Public Accounts Committee, and they came out with this disclosure. I am not part of them. I can't speak for them. But I think the best thing they can do for this is to come out, so that at least next week we can follow suit and then we discuss it dispassionately. You see, time has come where party people should not always hold brief for the agencies. If you do that, it is the party's image that you are stigmatized.
Right.
You are stigmatized. So for now, my information is not all that sufficient to deal with this. But going ahead, I can tell you that yesterday's press conference, this impetuous press conference headed by the NPP's, NDC's Communications Director, is a way to show their displeasure based on the first press conference Fifi Kwete did. Because I understand amongst them, there was a rift. Sami Gyamfi on one hand was saying that time is gone. I am the director of communication. You can't take the wind out of my sail. Another point was that some of the NDC members were also saying that Fifi Kwete, who led the first press conference, lacks credibility. Because this same person...
This was being said by who?
Within the NDC.
Within the NDC.
We pick and tell.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
You see, their allegations really are based on the previous issues. You recall when NDC was in opposition in 2008, they raised a lot of wild allegations. And all these things were led by Fifi Kwete to the extent that they said that President Kufuor and NPP has sold Obuasi gold. You recall? To the extent that they said that almost everybody in NPP has an account at the, bank, Prudential Bank. Then they won the election. Fifi Kwete appeared before vetting committee and really ate humble pie that it was just a propaganda. So do you think Ghanaian would trust him again? So based on that, he said, oh, this guy, if he continues doing that, in fact, we don't have the temerity, we don't have what it takes to really prove to the people. So Sami Gyamfi quickly also had to come in yesterday and then do, had his press conference. But more importantly, the team that was launched yesterday has really sent shippers down at the spine of the NDC. The team that was sent yesterday. So one of the best ways...
The campaign team? The
campaign team, led by Damboche, with able advisors like J. Kufuor, Akufo-Addo, Lisbeth Ohene and Co. I'm also part. Are you aware?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's nice.
Yes. Since 2016, 2020, the campaign I was part. And we prevailed against them. And Akomia was part. We prevailed against them. So they realized after doing that, they said, okay, let's take the wind out of the sail of NPP. So they quickly came out with that. But one thing I'm very happy is that today, Sami Gyamfi and Co., including my brother sitting here, are taking inspiration from the special prosecutor's revelations. And they cited Martin Emidu. So all things being equal, in Latin they will say, ceteris paribus. If Martin Emidu's issues are anything to go by, it's the same Martin Emidu when he was the Attorney General under your government, under Professor J.E.M.S. And he came out with this revelation that in the history of the world, the first sitting vice president, whose president instituted a team, an investigation team, to investigate him. Based on the people were Honorable William Aboa, Mr. George Amoa, Brigadier General Alote, retired, that they should investigate. They should investigate the acquisition of 5 aircraft, including Embraer 190 aircraft and hangar for the Ghana Army. They investigated it. Lo and behold, the revelations even didn't come before the demise of Professor J.E.M.S. So even that, there were speculations that it could be one of the reasons. For me, as a communication... One of the reasons. Why? That was what people were speculating.
No, why? One of the
Professor Mills, the one who really set up the investigation team, died before they could even finish their distance. But you know, as a communication person, I'm not going to go that way. But probably as
okay, you say that's what people...
That was what people were speculating.
Well, I'm
that it could be one of the factors why Professor Mills' death was shrouded in some secrecy and those things. Anyway, I don't buy into that. But you can also prevent people from saying that.
Alleging.
Yes.
So it was alleged.
But it stands to reason, my sister, it stands to reason that if today, Sami Gyamfi and Co., including my brother, you see, have compromised their respect and out of impudence and effrontery are citing Martin Emidu. Martin Emidu's own speech is saying that in the history of Ghana, in the history of the world, the sitting president who became president and is not satisfied, is coming and want to come back. His record is that an investigation team was set up to investigate him, which is an affront to his image. So can such a person mistakenly if Ghanaians give the power back to him? Can he fight corruption? Somebody who lives in a grass house and is throwing stones.
So
Again.
So then if we want to cite Martin Amidu, then I would say that Martin Amidu, said so many things about both political parties. Then we need a third force.
That is what I'm saying. That
so then both political parties.
That is why
qualify.
I posited my discussion. The premise: if Martin Amidu's issue is anything to go by, did you listen?
Yeah.
Because I'm always making sure that I don't compromise my premise.
Okay.
I said if it's anything to go by,
okay.
And of course they have raised it. You understand it? Yes, they have raised it. So what I'm saying is that responsibly the agency should come out and then they talk about everything.
How they spent the $12 million US.
If it is true.
But they've come out to speak to PAC about it.
What? No, you see, what PAC? My brother was in Parliament. What they do is that, you see, they give you the platform, you come and talk, and then they reconcile. So, not that you come there and what everything.
Because for us in the media space, it's not like we went to dig this information. This was spoken by the CEO of the
You are
space.
right.
So they have come out. They have told us that this is the amount of money that was spent on the Agyapa deal. However, it got suspended. So money has been spent,
Yes.
but the deal never materialized.
Yes. So that is why I'm saying that even if I were NDC and it had happened in their time, I would have said that because they came out and said it. So they should come further and clarify issues so that things will be clear.
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly do you want them to clarify? Because I'm trying to get a bit of, 1 second, sometimes you use WhatsApp, you try to use your face lock and then on TV where you're wearing eyelashes, it doesn't open your face. All right, so it says here that, responding to further, the fund did due diligence, Mr. Francis said. My understanding, Honorable Chair, is that the Ministry of Finance procured the services of international consultancy and companies and financial institutions that have done this in the past, and that the advice provided was what Ministry of Finance stood on. So the monies that were used actually were used based on a consultancy that they use, a consultancy firm that they use that advised Ministry of Finance. And that's how come Ministry of Finance spent this money on the job. So it's not like they just said it without a reason.
So that is why I'm saying that it should still come clearer so that at least it will be open for us to discuss it. For now, I am not their spokesperson.
Okay.
I am not part of the agency.
Okay.
So it will be better for them to come out. Then again, the Public Accounts Committee, they always reconcile their findings and what people say over there with the reality. That one has also not come. That is why I don't want to rush to be conclusive.
Okay.
But one thing that I'm so happy is that no matter the situation, that the government proved at that time that he is not a dead goat and stop them.
Okay. Although it was stopped, still we lost an amount of 12 million euros.
That is why they should come out.
Where I was saying that we need more explanation.
We need more explanation.
Honorable Timothy.
Let me once say good morning to our viewers. And this morning I came with my daughter. He's sitting there.
Oh, that's your daughter. Oh, wow, that's nice.
You didn't say good morning to her.
No, she didn't say good morning to me. That.
You said you were not listening.
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I'll come and hug you right after.
One thing my brother has been honest is that the other, was it last week, he promised me that he was coming to present to me a bevy of lady.
Hey.
A Builsa lady. So, you see, first thing, the NPP has been dazed, completely in a state of disarray in terms of our 24-hour economy policy that we brought. So they find a way to put falsehood out there, attributing it to most of our very brilliant communicators like Sami Jemfi, Joyce Bauer and co. Let everybody listening to us and watching us be told that those things are fake news. And I don't know why the NPP are engaged in fake news. If you have a policy and you have done well, the energy, the resources, you spend time paying people to go on the internet and fake news for the NDC, use that to defend your failed policies. Use that to defend the corruption that has engulfed your government from east, west, north, and south. Every part of the government is thinking corrupt. And I'll add this evidence this morning. The 24-hour economy, my sister, we have told it over and over again. And I don't know why you are failing to educate Dr. Timothy Bawumia about what we have told you about the meaning of, 24-hour economy. For instance, the three of us sitting here can be doing watch 24 hours.
Who is Timothy? I thought it was you.
No, but I'm not doctor. And I'm not Bawumia, I'm Timothy Ataboadey Awontirim.
Okay.
Then we have Dr. Timothy Bawumia.
How did he get the name?
There was other one who told the world that he was called Timothy. He himself said, and when we check out the register general, he has not yet changed the name.
Anyway,
he hasn't changed the name, he's still called Timothy.
Where comes from this?
When you were talking about, take time, don't rush. The 24-hour economy is simple. Look at the three of us sitting here. We can be doing businesses for 24 hours. But once the policy is launched, and is brought to Parliament for debate and is adopted by the House, then we begin to unfold it. I can register onto it and benefit from tax exemptions, tax incentives, and the cost of electricity. So the aim of the policy is to enable me reduce my costs and to employ more. It's an innovative thinking to arrest the teeming unemployed youth that have become a national security threat to all of us in this country. That is why our youth have veered into what? Betting. So it is simple explanation. If, for instance, the three of us are in SS, and you enroll into government program called free HSS, you will benefit from free fees. I will not benefit because I have not enrolled onto the program. Even though the three of us will be attending free, will be attending secondary schools. But one, you must be registered under a program called free HSS before you can benefit. That is it. It hasn't stopped people from doing their 24 hours. Just like if you are doing business and you are not registered within the free zones enclaves, you cannot benefit from businesses that have been registered as free zones. Okay. You understand? Very simple explanation, and I don't know. You see, my brother, the same Martin Amidu told you people that stop the comatose Airbus scandal and focus on your corruption, the gargantuan corruption that is killing this country.
And I think that's why I
you wait.
That.
The same Amidu called the sitting president a mother serpent of corruption.
That's why I did
today.
Say, Honorable, that's why I did say that if we are going by what Martin Amidu said, then it means that both political parties are not worthy to come back. Then we need a third force. And, that's when Yao actually clarified what he said.
In fact, he has clarified. But you see, a third force doesn't come like a bed of roses. We are not doing beauty pageant.
That's what I'm saying, that if we are going by it, so we are not going by it because Martin Amidu criticized
the two dominant
both
political parties have said this over and over. It is policy that we churn out and people, we are practicing what we call multi-party democracy. We are not practicing a third force, a fourth. Multi-party democracy is what we are practicing. And after the multi-party democracy, if the voters think that the two dominant political parties is what any time we come out with credible policies to suit their whims and caprices and the vote, you cannot be telling them. You see, it's an insult to them when they know what they are doing. And they've been voting for so many years now. You understand? Now, Martin Amidu said that the president is what? It's a mother serpent of corruption. He has written deadly articles against the president. Must we take that? In any case, you are in power. A team was put up as alleged by you by Martin Amidu to investigate John Dramani Mahama. And you don't have the report. You come here with concocted names and mention them like that, and you think that the discerning viewers will not know what you are saying? Produce one sheet of report and say this is the report, but they failed to implement it, and prosecute President John Dramani Mahama and lock him. Let him be told that we are going to leave power. The same John Dramani Mahama you have left off the hook by some concocted and unimaginable corruption that you want to tag him with. He will prosecute any of you who is found guilty. So you better prosecute John Dramani Mahama now, because when you get the power, he's going to prosecute you. He would prosecute. Look, we are not going to leave any stone unturned.
You're going to prosecute?
Yes.
Well,
in fact, if we don't prosecute them, the people will not forgive us. The colossal amount of money. Let me go on. The Agyapa deal. Listen to me carefully. How did it start? They had squandered the money and they wanted a way out. And over 20 civil society organizations came against them. You saw our members of parliament. All of them are members. I fought them. Joined by civil society. They were compelled to drop it. And at the dropping point, what did they do? Mahatma Gandhi was asked to do corruption assessment. When he assessed it and saw that it was laced with corruption, the president was on Mahatma Gandhi to drop it. You remember when the Ken Ofori-Atta said he had gone there at 4 a.m. because Mahatma Gandhi was sick and he had gone there to see him? They were all putting pressure on Mahatma Gandhi. The chickens are coming home to roost. In fact, the Agyapa deal was not a baby of myth. The Minerals and Income and Investment Fund. It came from Ken Ofori, from the Ministry of Finance. Check this. $12 million to a botched or a stopped project. $12 million. 153 million Ghana cedis. And they were using consultant. MIF has the technical competence to do what the consultants were doing for a zero sum. And they have a record. Normally they want.
And MIF was willing to do it.
MIF was willing to do it.
Really?
And you know what? The technical institutions that are well versed to do technical things, this government has a way of stealing. They go and take a consultant in between them. And that through that consultant, it becomes a conduit for siphoning the funds of this country. Look, that's $12 million. The Sky Train, how much was it? $2 million. They hold it up $58 million. Even the current AFCON they went, $8 million they budgeted, $5 million was released, $3 million was squandered for nothing. They use these institutions as conduit and milk the state. That's why their own former contender of their flag bearership, Kennedy Agyapong, said they are stealing and snatching the money away as if there's no tomorrow. How do you do that? When renal unit, people with kidney problems are dying because of 4 million Ghana cedis. As we see this morning, the Otumfo in Kumasi is in begging for $10 million to rehabilitate Komfo-Anokye Hospital. And you know what he told me?
Sorry,
the title is...
Please, with all respect, it can't stoop so low to compromise the respect of Otumfo. Traditionally, it doesn't beg. It doesn't beg. And it's not begged. But at least if he knows...
He's raising funds, right?
No, he's raising funds.
Okay.
Please, be civil in your discourse.
So it's raising funds?
Yes.
Okay.
With all respect.
All right.
So
again, the investment we've made over there, he doesn't know because he doesn't.
You were speaking and I was. Why do you get ejaculated
no,
like
at least when it comes to the chieftaincy, our chief is a king.
You don't pretend to know more chiefs than any other field.
You have corrected the begging. Right. It's raising funds.
So the Otumfo is up there begging for money.
With all respect, please.
Raising funds, Honorable. Please, yeah.
What's the difference between raising funds and begging for money to heal a hospital? Okay. You know the title, to heal the Komfo-Anokye. That's what the Otumfo said. To heal Komfo-Anokye. Komfo-Anokye itself is sick.
To raise and to beg.
What's the difference?
Should we dive into grammar?
Please.
You can dive.
Let him
have the capacity.
Student.
Yeah.
I also have my language
when you have your time.
I'm afraid.
But we are not here for language. You are here for facts.
Gentlemen.
Don't rush.
Please.
You see.
Honorable, make your point.
Through these people, look at what they cooked this issue at the SML. You know the SML issue? They have a track record of stealing, thievery, corruption. Look at what is happening at the cocoa sector. As I talked to you this morning, the cocoa sector, because of the bastardization of that place, they are owing over 21 billion Ghana cedis. They've not paid road contract. As stated yesterday by the ranking member on Roads and Highway, Roads at Parliament. You understand? You've destroyed the future of this country through corruption. And when the issues come, you turn around and say that Sami Jemfi, they are tangential Sami Jemfi, and then, what do you call it, Fifi Kwete are fighting over press conferences. These are two brilliant guys. They will not stoop low. In any case, Fifi Kwete has been there. Sami Jemfi is just a young, he's learning from his seniors and so on. Speak to the issues. The cocoa sector, as we talk this morning, Bawumia's brother, Ibrahim Bawumia, has been given contract sole sourcing 83 million. Of all the roads there, 87%. The Auditor General was crying when he was presenting the report and saying that as a result, they budgeted for 1.3 billion. Mm-hmm. They ended up spending 13 billion on cocoa roads. And the cocoa, you know, that 87% of was given to Bawumia's brother. Okay. Sole sourcing.
You can join us by sending your messages
so every
to us.
sector
under just do it on WhatsApp. Send your messages to us on WhatsApp so that we can project it on the screen. We're also streaming live on Facebook. The name on there is Joy Prime. And as you're watching it, leave your comment. We'll love to hear from you this morning. Honorable, please launch.
As a result, 850,000 people have been pushed to poverty under these people. 2.4 million people have gone mad. Some got medical dementia because their investment into pension funds have been taken away because of reckless spending, misuse of public money. It has gotten to a stage such a way that even the former Chief Justice is in arms with them. Pensioners' monies have been taken away. Look at the colossal amount of money they took. And you cannot have any legacy project.
But we did understand that, you know, this DDEP was supposed to help manage and fix the economy, because at a point in time, the economy was in shambles.
It's still in shambles?
And so they needed to do this to fix the macro economy.
Who
so
sent us into that comatose
we have to
stage?
Struggle.
Who sent us there? When we are there, they are stealing and living a better life. Driving all over. Today, I would say, God, watch that. Who is the he has resigned. He has retired from domestic politics. He's going international, leaving Dr. Bawumia at the mercy of his people. He's been the chair of everything that happens there. Family and friends, as we talked this morning, the economy is in junk status. We cannot go out there to borrow $1.
But we are
$1. Inflation is high.
If we can,
the currency is over 12 Ghana cedis. Fuel, as we talked this morning, petrol is 13 Ghana cedis. Diesel is over what? 14 Ghana cedis per liter. Right. Where are we going? The future is bleak. People cannot pay their bills. It is difficult for people in this country.
All right, Honorable.
And these things are very clear. People know them out there. Let no one come and sit here and then say, Joe Mama has done that. Joe Mama left power for you 7 years ago. Jail him today. If you don't jail him, he will jail you.
Okay, Honorable. It's a bit alarming for, Ghanaians to hear this figure. I know that, as much as you're saying that we should speak to the persons there, it's still tied to Ministry of Finance in a way. And you know what I mean. It's still tied to Ministry of Finance. It's still tied to your political party.
So that is what I'm saying, that I'm here representing the party. I'm here representing the government in a way. But I'm still urging that the agency should come out.
But were you not alarmed when you saw this 12 million US?
That is why I don't want to be in a haste. They should come out clearer so that I'll pick it from there. We will never compromise anything that borders on corruption. NPP's record, when it comes to corruption, our attempt in curbing it, our records, everything is far better. My brother is sitting here out of desperation, and that is their stock in trade. They resort to tribalism. They resort to name-calling. Somebody who sits here and saying that we are out there instigating people, coming out with names, and you sit here calling Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dr. Timothy. Really?
Is it not called Timothy?
Wait. And then all of a sudden, he started coming out with his own news, 24 hours. We are saying digitalization throughout the world. It's digitalization that is moving the world. Do you know the components or what it will bring? One, it fights corruption. Because NDC is very interested and they are so soaked in corruption, they don't want to hear about this thing, digitalization. Because of the digitalization.
How will digitalization fight corruption?
Yes, let's use ECG as an example. Today they have gone paperless. Hitherto, my sister, you go there and someone somewhere may be asking for a stipend. But now that the machines are working, digitalization is, can somebody, how do you call it, truncate the cost? Go to health insurance. It's one of the most effective tools to fight corruption. But NDC is allergic to it because when it comes to corruption, they are a citadel of corruption.
How do you talk
Again,
like
even in terms of employment,
how do you talk like
Bill Gates, does he have a cocoa farm? Does he have 24-hour job? It's about digitalization. Because of digitalization, the drones and other, they don't understand it. Their sense of appreciation of digitalization is not there. My brother says here, we are going to jail us. Can you jail us? And then the point is, it's rather the court. But if you say that we are going to jail, I understand you.
Not part
excuse me.
So don't put
because you are
there.
saying so. Because you are from the NDC, that came from the PNDC, and you established the kangaroo court.
Wow.
So you are still living in the past. I would never say that we jail you, but the record is there. Since 1992, when NPP was in opposition, we alleged that you were corrupt. And you people were making noise. When we came, Kwam Pepra, Agyapa Yankee, Ibrahim Adams, Victor Salome, Dan Abudakwe, Chachuti Kata, they were jailed.
Yeah.
Then you also came.
So was it jailed by the kangaroo court?
Is all right? No, I said the court.
I lied this.
It's not MPP. We alleged. And we provided evidence. It's different from...
So can't it be the same with the NDC?
No.
When they come to power,
you know, he said,
and they also go to court and they jail
no
people.
problem.
They find
Even if you had to go
guilty.
that tangent. My sister, they also came in 2008. But then they had also raised a lot of allegations against us. So we were expecting that they would provide the evidence. 19 people of our people were assembled before court. None of them.
Don't we remember that the former president,
The former president
did say that we should forgive, we should
No,
pardon
please,
and forgive.
if he said that as a former lawyer, may he rest in peace.
Adomako,
But that's what he said.
honest guy.
No. My sister, if it were true, why is it that Kodjom Pianin and Rekun Brobe, they had this live telecast, you've forgotten it. At the end of it, or then you tell us? They were bent on doing it, but they realized that there was nothing fishy. Akoto said, Danjima, Professor Jambafo, and Co, Ataboadey and the rest. At a point, as a lawyer, he realized that, in fact, they were kicking against the pricks. So he had to be smart to say that. I didn't...
Also, he was smart to pardon them.
No. He was smart to know that, in fact, he was kicking against the pricks. So he said, okay. You understand it? So as a lawyer, if actually he meant that, then it means that he didn't mean well.
So he didn't mean to pardon them. But he realized that he was kicking.
Yes, he had gone through, and they realized that, for instance, Ghana and the MPP sold Obuasi gold. How was it to be truthful? You understand
Certain shares were sold.
Is what?
Certain shares were
And
sold.
then they came, and the way he put it, it was different.
All right.
Again, MPP came to power. They could not jail one. MPP came to power, the opposition. We say, you people, you are thieves. You are milking the country. And the statistics are there. You people were challenging. We came. Eugene Bafuboni, William Matthew Tete Tevi, Alhaji Salisu Mimina. These people, the NCA issue, they are jailed. You go to Venture Capital, Duku and Co. They were also sentenced. You understand it? We walk the talk, not one. When you are in opposition, just as you started in 1979 and came and killed people without any substance. So it is you've been doing. Again, the third point I would say is that he was in parliament. He should come out with just 2 legislative instruments to fight corruption because you are so engrossed in it. But under MPP, Whistleblowers Act, who brought it? Procurement Act, who brought it? Repeal of the Criminal Libel Law to assist the journalists to pierce through our activities. Who brought it? Not even one. If I were my brother, I would have buried, I would have kept quiet. Because when it comes to corruption, you are noted for that. So there are 3 areas. When you say you are corrupt, when you come, you are jailed. So for you sitting here shouting, apart from 1979, where you wickedly killed people without taking them to court, when was the last time you sent them to court? Again, give me one single legislative instrument. You've not done that. And then the digitalization, that is really moving the way to fight corruption, provide jobs, enhance education. You are against it. If I were you, my brother.
You know, a few Ghanaians out there do have an issue with certain issues that have come up, but they haven't gotten, a closure to it.
Yes.
A typical example is Madam Cecilia Dapa's issue. We still don't have a conclusion on it. People's worry was the fact that at a point in time, there was scarcity of dollars. Yet, somebody who was serving, us, was voted, was serving us, had a huge amount of over $1 million kept under her bed or in her wardrobe, had different currencies in her house, and yet there's no closure. The last time we heard was when, the president or court had instructed the special prosecutor to even release her items to her. So Ghanaians, or some Ghanaians, feel that some cases are swept under the carpet by the government.
How can they be swept under the carpet? My brother, erroneously, either out of ignorance or it's a deliberate attempt, I mentioned the committee that was set up to investigate the first vice president that has happened to him. You said that you have been in government, but your mama himself was in government for 4 years. So if you have the power to truncate it, you see, 4 years, what did he do about that? We were not in government. So should I also believe that, is it true that the investigation that came, you people, in fact, you swept it under the carpet?
My question has not been answered.
No, I'm coming. I will respond to that. For Cecilia Dapa, for me, I have my own reservation. I cannot say that, in fact, it amounts to corruption. But I'm against the fact that at the time that we need money to cushion our dollar and you keep it, as a minister, I'm against it. I will never support that. And that is why the government didn't compromise and quickly asked her to resign. That one is a different issue altogether. Whether
Did she step down or she was asked to resign? I think she stepped down on her own.
She stepped down?
Yes.
Well, we can put it that way.
She wrote a love letter to...
No.
She didn't write a love letter. She actually stepped down.
You see, the point is, whether she stepped down or whatever, her instinct, even if she stepped down, her instinct suggested to her that she didn't do the right thing. But we can also probe the issue further to come to the level whether it is corrupt or it was a, corruptible act or not. But as it stands now, we are all against it. My brother is saying, sitting here saying, oh, people are hungry and those things. Yes, I'm also hungry. You are also hungry. When was the last time every Ghanaian was made to feel satisfied?
But yeah, are you hungry?
You saw what?
Are you hungry?
Am I not hungry?
How are you hungry?
This morning have I eaten?
How are you hungry?
Why am I not hungry? Because NPP is in government, and we will not steal. We will not steal. The little we get, we invest. Let me read something for you here, for you to understand. We will not steal. We are not like the NDC. NDC sees its party as a cocoa farm. So when they are in government, they are paid. We are not like that. My brother was talking about Confanoche and those things. But it's time you went to Kumasi. Confanoche, you see, construction of Confanoche children in a maternity ward. Isn't it Rebecca Kufuado? Right. Ongoing construction of hospital the following places.
That's the belly of the elephant.
But we all know that Confanoche is going to be, how do I put it? What's the right word to use? To have a facelift.
Yes.
And this is being organized, not by the
problem,
but by the king of
we are asking for more.
But you see, the thing is that you say that a sitting government should take these major hospitals and not go to the people and solicit for funds, or not look at the king soliciting for funds to fix Confanoche. And we'll look at, I'm sorry, I'm just coming. If you look at Accra Hospital, that is the Rich Hospital, the lift was not done by Gamanche. Gamanche did not raise funds to do it. It was done by government. And so you expect that the sitting government should be able to say that we have allocated a certain amount of money or a budget to Confanoche and we are fixing it, not waiting for it to be deteriorated to an extent where the king will decide that I have to take up this step before we get it fixed.
Lest I forget, Confanoche is not in dilapidated state. It's about time you sent your reporters to go there. It's not. It's not.
The project is called
NDC was in power for 19 years. They never laid a block there. Kofo came in, and then the accident and emergency, it was built. Is it in dilapidated state? Let your people go there. And then if I should tell you the amount, the resources that this government has committed over there, it's unbelievable. And Ashanti region...
Why don't they just do the facelift? Why don't they? Why can't government just?
They are doing it, but nothing prevents the king to also take initiative. Even Kolebu here.
The king will only take initiative if the king feels that it's not enough.
Just you see, until recently, you see, before the colonial times, they had a communal labor. So even before the colonial masters will help, our rural folks had a communal spirit to support. So if our king, our revered, our respected king is supporting, what is wrong with it? You mentioned Gamanche. Go to Kolebu. Before Akufo-Addo came, we had only Ankafo and we had Asylum here, only two. Go there. The kind of magnificent building we have established over there.
At Kolebu. Have you seen the Kolebu emergency ward? Have you seen the Kolebu emergency ward?
That is why I'm saying.
Have you seen the Kolebu surgical ward?
I've been going there.
And you've seen how deteriorated it is?
We need improvement. Before we even inherited from NPP, there were no beds over there. But the beds over there were countable. Go there and see the number of beds we sent over there. In addition to the infrastructure we are building. That is why I'm saying that. You see, multimedia has carved a niche for itself. When it comes to transparency, let your people go there. They will come and tell the story.
And we have told the story of how deteriorated, Kolebu, you brought it to Kolebu.
Yes.
How some of the, blocks are deteriorated and they are still being used. Why can't it be fixed?
They are fixing.
Okay, yeah.
But looking at our resources and looking at what the government has done and is still doing, he rather needs to be commended rather than to be condemned.
Okay.
So to sum everything up, my sister, the stock in trade of NDC is that, people are poor. I share sympathy, people, their plight. But the Bible has even said that the poor will always be with us. But looking at the situation, the interventions right from Kufuor's time to Akufo-Addo's time, NDC cannot come out with a single policy to alleviate the plight of the poor. The only thing is that they come out there and use them as a point to really advance their fiendish cause. And that is their intent.
Honorable, make your point so I quickly go and read some
interesting
comments.
thing.
Yes.
He's talking about digitalization to stop corruption. You remember Kwesi Boateng, the cathedral secretary. Digitalization could not even identify his double identity. Digitalization could not identify his double identity. You know there's digitalization. You know there's digitalization. And yet, a lot of corrupt issues. Look at the PDS scandal. IEA is telling us that we lost $2 billion, IEA. And after the PDS scandal, you remember it was bank guarantee. And the Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, changed it to an insurance guarantee in a fraudulent way, by which even Peter Amewu said this fraudulent thing, he's not part of it. You understand? We can go on. Let me tell you, Corruption Perception Index, the worst performer, these are documents, they are not from the figment of anyone's imagination. Corruption Perception Index, as we talked this morning, has constantly put you people as the worst government in terms of fighting corruption. It has taken the U.S. ambassador to say that corruption is killing this country. You remember when they said they were going to do Ghana Beyond Aid, the Norwegian ambassador, Ghana should be talking about corruption beyond aid. And so on. We've lost so much. As we talked this morning, Sputnik V, even in terms of the way the pandemic plagued this country, people were making money and milking. As I talked to you this morning, we don't even know, through procurement, we don't know who brought, the frontier health services at the airport. Government money is being wasted. Government money is being stolen. Across board, in every sector, you are setting up pseudo institutions to steal as if you are working for the people of this Ghana. You've taken an amount of $6 billion during the COVID. You couldn't fix Kolebu. You couldn't fix Akomfo Anoche. $6 billion.
But we still know that the
I'm coming. No.
Fighting some corruption.
You see,
in places
just
like the port and DVLA,
my sister, the PDS and the the OSP came crying to us that he's not a bed, and that he's waiting. When he finishes his job, he's going away. You put people there to work, then behind them you are pushing them to do the untoward. The PDS that you said at the OSP's office, as we said this morning, He's crying and lamenting. He doesn't know whether he will resign or he will not resign. What is he talking? As I talked about the wastage of money, NAPCO has not been paid. Is that not it? 17 months. It came up at the Auditor General's meeting there. 17 months. The Forestry Commission, they've not paid their workers. 17 good months. And you know how much they are taking? 400 Ghana cedis. Now they were asking to pay them. NAPCO, you named it. Nurses' training allowances are all in abeyance. And yet this colossal amount of money is there. The Otumfo is begging people to donate so that he will heal his hospital. And that is the belly of the elephant. They give you about 1 point.
To that because I'm saving him.
Don't save me. I have the capacity. I have the capacity.
No,
even
please,
the old
please.
Ghana government begs.
It's civil and respectful.
Oh, my brother. This is a figurative speech. Don't disturb me.
Speech?
Why don't tell me what you don't know?
Our king.
Adomako Baafi.
No, please stop.
Hold your horse. When it comes, go and tell the two for that I said. Go and tell the two for. No.
There is nothing wrong.
Take this thing.
Honorable, there is nothing wrong with us saying that it was raising of funds.
Yes. So I decided to call him.
Don't decide. So you are bringing.
Let's just use
what is begging?
funds.
You saw what?
What is begging?
Okay, let me just read some comments.
Even the Ghana government is begging.
Let me read some comments here,
It's not begging.
let me read some comments here.
Don't pretend.
Please, gentlemen.
Go record and go and give to Honorable. Said that I said that he's begging and then he wants to heal.
Honorable, and let's continue.
Is sick.
Okay, let's continue. Thank you. Some comments coming in here. Good morning, madam. Please tell Grandpa to stop lying. He's too old for that. Who is Grandpa? Okay. Good morning, host. As the NPP guys, digitalization of food. How can a digital be a food? No more economy. They can't talk about economy again. Salman Faris Tamale. Let's see what we have here. Oops. Okay. Let me try and get this one. Good morning, Roslyn. Please tell the NPP Ghanaians are wide awake. They will not fall for their deceptions. The NPP spent $2 million on Agyapa deal, $2 million on SkyTrain, 10 million Ghana cedis on Cocoa Road audits. All these deals were created, looted, and shared by the Achim mafias from Israel Agyapa.
You see, they are tribal, outburst.
So you see, for us, we can control the comments that come in, Mr. Adomako. So
no, I don't blame you.
The size of the campaign team will tell you the size of government if elected, says Mark. Mark, you don't trust the campaign team and the size there. Okay, honestly, Mr. Adomako Baafi always calls himself a communication person, but never speaks issue. Oh, but he spoke issues. Why are you saying that? Talk about $12 million we lost due to some Gangantua deal, which didn't materialize. Tell us how our money's back. He did explain that he's waiting for, the institution to give more information. So let's understand that, okay? He said, Mr. Adomako, please, your government, please, are you government the people who appreciate digitalization? Tell one infrastructure that you guys have built to contribute to the digitalization agenda. Just give us space and enjoy the good platform built by President Mahama that you guys are riding on. If launching an NPP app is an achievement, what about the one who builds the National Data Center, Accra Digital Infrastructure, the laying off the longest fiber optics cable? So please tone down and give us a break. Okay, Mr. Adomako will tell you what they've done. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so says, hi Rose, there's nothing newsy about launching a tribal team to supervise a voter rigging campaign similar to the fraudulent and bloody elections in 2020. If, in fact, NPP can appoint all the bishops and chiefs in their party, but Ghanaians will not be fooled to vote for a tribal group who only come into politics to loot and plunder the nation like armed robbers. NPP never again. I'm Idrisu from Yendi. Good morning, madam. Please tell the NPP man to calm down. 70 years down the lane. Okay, President Mahama is walking a free man, and the man is saying what he should give us a break. The whole Jubilee House is a crime scene. Baumia and his NPP have perfected corruption, and they are going to be prosecuted in 2025. Okay, so good morning to you, Madam, and to your guests. Madam, the nation Ghana is crying inside, asking citizens why we allowed ourselves to be deceived by voting NPP and Anado to manage and control the resources in here. Madam, NPP want to consume everything that we have in our nation before leaving office. But to remind the NDC that all the corruption and stealing going on, if we come to power and fail to prosecute and jail the corrupt officials, we'll never forgive the party. Hey, NDC, please. Mr. Awontirim, this one is to you. Please, madam, I'm still appealing to you to get NDC parliamentary candidate of Mion into your seat, into your set. Okay, we'll try and get the person. Who is that person? This is coming from Sumani Hamza. In fact, this current leadership deserves the repetition of what happened in 1979. Oh, we don't need that. 1979, we don't need that. Where, lives were... Anyway. Good morning, Madam. Adomako Baafi must be prepared and come to your house because he didn't understand what he's saying. NPP government are the mother of corruption. Ghana will vote to them this year election because government collapsed PBC. They cannot buy one bag of cocoa this year. What a shame to NPP government. Vote JDM, vote for jobs. Good morning to Honorable Eric Opoku, MP. Asunafo South from Abdul Razak. David, okay. Good morning, Madam Host. Please tell the NPP to stop the propaganda he's doing. JM brought to the digitalization he's talking about. He should get the green book of JM and go to page 122. He will stop lying, okay, to Park from Tamale. Sami Boachi Asamankese says, we, the NPP-led Dr. Bawumia, are very optimistic about breaking the 8, and it is clear indication that only NPP has a vision and good policies for the good people. So I will entreat all well-meaning Ghanaians to help the NPP to break the 8, to protect the free SHS, and for the mischievous 24-hour economy is not news. And I wonder how can teachers teach using the so-called 24 hours? Fellow Ghanaians, don't be deceived by their same old tale and keep trusting Dr. Bawumia. Breaking the 8 is possible to regard Honorable Charles Echampo as the MP for Asamankese and Honorable Frank Asiedu Bekoe as aka Protozwa, the next MP for Suhum. Honorable, why are you saying who is that? It's from Sami Asamankese. Good morning, madam. Do you know that any Christian who blindly accepts the opinion of majority and in fear and timidity follows a path is mental and spiritual slave? Please, we are not talking about Christianity and stuff here. Please, we beg you. We don't want that. Please, you send in your messages without adding any religious backing. Good morning, Madam Ross. The NDC is making noise, but trust Bawumia will win this year's election no matter what they do. Because John Mahama, 8 years as vice president and president, couldn't make any changes in our economy. How much more 3 years? However, Nana and Bawumia is doing in education infrastructure in STEM from Kweku Bako Jr. Mansumim. Hey, NPP, every sector of economy is turning into corruption agency where they are making from the state without thinking of the ordinary Ghanaian. NPP, never again. Good morning, madam. In fact, I'm very happy for Bawumia leading NPP going into 2024 election because we have a lot to talk about. Bawumia, my regard to Honorable Kujo Adupo, Kluche Jacob from Afraga Catholic Hospital in the Volta region. All right, so I think I'll read just like 3 others and I'll quickly. Okay, good morning, Madam Rose. NDC making a lot of noise in 2007. When they came to power, they rushed in prosecuting Rekubrobe, Asamoah Boateng and co. But yet, they did yield any result. Okay. However, under NDC, teachers worked for years, but only 3 months were paid. 7 years in doom. So they abandoned Boankra Inland Projects, Crofrom Markets, Accra Kumasi Road from Kweku Bako Jr. Okay, Kweku, right, I've read this. So I'll see. Good morning, Madam Host. Please tell the NPP communicator to give us a break. Benjamin from Akachi. Alaji Hamza Pikfam. Good morning, Rosalind. Did I hear the man saying their records in fighting corruption is better than the NDC? The worst record in the corruption perception index under the NDC is their best. Ghana today has become a laughingstock in the eyes of the international communities when it comes to fight against corruption. They should stop this act of arrogant posture and face the reality. They always feel they know it all. They should stop insulting our intelligence and credit us with the little respect we deserve. The future of this country under this wicked, super incompetent government is pregnant and helpless. stealing in the name of the Lord and building the house of the Lord on lies. Useless cathedral in mind. This country needs serious prayers under this wicked government. I think this is all I'll do. I'll come back, but you can still send your messages to us. I'll come back and read some more. Honorable, you're the one who ended. So
yeah, you've given him so much time.
Honorable.
You should write about this pettiness.
Honorable, you were the one who ended. But let's go to our next topic, which happens to be election 2024.
What is the time?
AC somewhere last year did mention the fact that they wanted to stop the use of indelible ink. Reason is that we have the Ghana cards, and so digitalization, when you go and you vote, you'll be registered in the system and it will prevent double voting. However, Parliament didn't take it lightly at all. They did say that in the Constitution, indelible ink is supposed to be used and they forced for it. Yesterday, during our election headquarters launch, we did have a conversation with the Deputy CEO for EC, and he did mention that finally the indelible ink is back. And so in the elections 2024, we are going to use the indelible ink. So no more, thing that people think that we are not going to use the indelible ink because people felt that it will breed corruption. He says they want people to be at peace with anything they'll do to make people feel at home, feel comfortable, and know that it's going to be a free and fair elections. They will do it. Hence, they are making sure that the indelible ink is back again. Yeah.
All right. You see, EC is out there to serve the people of the country. Our resources, everything is turned out there for their smooth running. And for that matter, if the people in the country raise issue, especially raise issue concerning the electoral affairs or the election, the only way out we are expecting is that they said they've accepted it. Fine. I remember during the time of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, there were certain comments he made about EC. One, allow EC to work. Mahama tells, let my vote count alliance, NPP alliance, GhanaWeb.com, 8th October 2015. President John Dramani Mahama has waded into the controversy surrounding the call for a new voter register, saying that Electoral Commission is at liberty to decide what is best for the country. To quote His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, then stop harassing the EC. Graphic.com, 7 April 2016. President John Dramani Mahama has called for a cessation of the harassment of the Electoral Commission so as to enable it to independently do its job, conducting this year's general elections. He gave us that admonition. I'm quoting, there are many, they are copious, but I'm citing another one here. Allow EC to do its work, says Mahama. GhanaWeb.com, 14th November 2016. Being an election year, I will appeal to all political parties and other civil society organizations to give the EC the peace of mind to do its work. So I'll urge our brothers and sisters in the NDC that if truly they respect His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, they should go by that. EC has come out with its verdict, and we must all respect it. Initially, they thought that because of digitalization, they could have gone the other way. But now, if they have come back to say that, well, we can use that one concurrently, we don't need to go out there to insult them. That is why I was shocked, and I don't trust John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Somebody who came out with many of these, then he comes into opposition, and every opportunity he gets, he attacks the EC. How do you reconcile your credibility? How do you reconcile what you say? And how do you expect people to trust you?
Where is the attack here?
No, not this. I said, until recently, before EC came out, you are aware, many of the outbursts from him and from his people as well.
Like which one, Yao?
Oh, many of them recently. He, whatever opportunity he gets, either the judges, the courts, or the Supreme, the EC. It's so pervasive.
I'm trying to remember, some of the, the things that John Dramani Mahama, or the attack, he did attack
yes.
the EC on.
The commissioner, Bossman.
If I could get the attack exactly.
There are many.
You're trying to. Okay.
There are many.
All right.
I can't be exact, but I'm very happy that, including the NDC who are watching and listening, including my brother, they are fresh in his mind. Because those things, I don't cherish them. They are somebody who has had the opportunity to lead us. And you are one of our role models. You say this, you preach virtue, and you practice vice.
You know, the indelible ink actually was not being fought by just the NDC. It was fought by both political parties.
That is why I'm saying that NDC, based on what EC has done, they should open a new chapter and stop their attack, because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has already affirmed his confidence in them. And the institution they are fond of always denigrating them. And if you attack the judiciary, you attack the EC, you attack the security as they have been doing, then what will be the fate or the state of this country? So at least for this, they should take it from there. You commend them. Ghana is working again. We will not insult the EC. You would rather commend them. So they should follow suit. I will end here.
All right. Yeah. Honorable.
You see, the double standard this morning has been exhibited by Adomako Baafi. In one breath, he will not talk for the 12 million budget deal for the Agyapa deal, because the institution of MIF have to come and talk and give us better particulars. Today, he has become the spokesperson.
Have I spoken? No. Please don't. No, don't tag me.
I just want him to land and then I can make it.
He has become...
He's confused. Totally.
What is the confusion here? This morning, didn't you say that you were not going to speak for MIF?
Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say.
Didn't you say you were not speaking for MIF, Mineral and Investment Fund, and that you want them to speak for themselves? But Electoral Commission, look at the things you went and brought. Very different from what you've
said. He didn't go into details.
He said, Mama said that, Mama said, whatever the matter.
But does he work over there? You see, contradictions. Does Mama work at the...
You were pushing him to tell you exactly what Mama, all what he read is correct. We must leave the institutions to where they're also.
And have you been looking up to that?
This is an electoral commission that is making major changes in an election year. You must be worried if you're a participant of that election. Especially this election that we are, the stakes are high. We must be worried, and their own credibility is at stake. So you don't do things to already an injured credibility. You don't exacerbate it, you leave it where you are. And you rather be reconciliatory and bringing all the parties under IPAC. That's why we have constantly said that this EC, their style of administration is completely different from their predecessors. Why? Because IPAC, we all know on this table that even though their decisions are not binding, normally they are called upon to discuss issues for a robust building of the electoral system of this country. We have this electoral commission led by G. Mensah. When they go, he had already finished, and he's only telling them. They don't even have chance to make inputs. This electoral commissioner who announced presidential elections 6 times.
But Honorable, we do agree that, looking at the indelible ink situation where they did say that they were going to put a stop to it, and, Parliament had an uproar on it. They have listened to it. Not just that. We are looking at the November elections where the NDC was very much against it. It was just a proposed, change of month due to the fact that Seventh-day Adventists had said that they felt that the voting happening on a Saturday could affect them, so they can't vote. So EC did say, okay, maybe let's look into the month of November. NDC opposed it highly. Now the EC is saying that, okay, we've retracted. We are going back into December.
If you had allowed me, it's because of the way he went. If he had just gone on the fact that all of us or some political parties disagree, it's not only NDC. You understand? Even Bossman Asaris from his own mouth said that more than 50 agreed. But so yesterday when he said that one major political party. So where did he get the more than 50 that agreed at the last IPAC meeting? When you make inconsistent statements, that is the same statement that will be used to hold you. And look,
is the NDC still part of IPAC? Because
we joined.
Shamelessly, they've joined them. Shamelessly, they've joined them.
You've boycotted IPAC several times, so don't let me even go there. So the G. Mensah's Electoral Commission announced presidential elections 6 times. As we said this morning, we don't know which of the results that were used to gazette the president and sworn into office. We don't know which of them. Immediately after that, the PR has been made an ambassador out. You see, and what happened? We have constantly said that we run a system that we need the import of the various political parties. Look, election year, you need to, it's a constitutional matter. It has been budgeted for. Then all of a sudden, you come with two major issues. You don't want to use indelible mark because of digitalization and then this. And you know that our digitalization has IT challenges. Sometimes the system breaks down. We've had history where some people have to vote the following day because of system failure and so on. So you cannot be absolutely sure. So let us use this sense while we go ahead, and then we'll get a perfect system that does not break down and that will create fear and panic. Then we can go. You don't come out suddenly that we are stopping the way it has been budgeted for and approved by the people of this country through parliament and so on. This issue you can discuss with the members of parliament and see how. But you don't stand and say that I'm going to go there. In fact, they've not come out to say they are going to use it just because of our brothers in the SDA. Is it SDA?
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Who said they cannot vote on
Saturday?
Which, yes, for us, the Constitution allows freedom of expression and of religion, freedom of conscience, and so on. So we respect them. These issues they are not big issues. They petition or so. They have their elders. They can sit to the Electoral Commission. When they agree on the political party, that is it goes through.
Because I'm a member of the church, we started this way. We didn't want it to be like only the SDA people.
Okay.
We went to statistics. Because 1996, when we voted, in fact, the voter turnout was low. When we voted on Sundays, it went likewise Friday. So we went to Chief Imam and many of the churches to secure their mandate.
Okay.
After that, I was chosen from NPP, you understand, from the church to represent the church.
Okay.
My elder, Dr. Alfredo Kovandapoy, was chosen from the NDC. We went to NDC, we went to NPP, we consulted all the parties, and they all agreed before we met the EC. Even the Speaker of Parliament, we have gone to him. But people didn't get, or they decided, you understand it, for some reasons. It's something that, if not anything at all, we have precedents to guide us. America, one of the models of democracy, they vote on Tuesdays in November, first Tuesdays. So we were pushing that in order to help every religious denomination. We had the broader consultation so that if they agree to that, it will insulate us from any further burden.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So we are not opposed to that. Okay. And I think the discussion is even still on up to now. Yes. And I believe that, like what we heard from Bosman yesterday, the issue of changing the voting date from December 7 to November has not yet been abandoned. Yeah. But I think
it's a process that started in 2015.
Yes. From what he's saying, it's not going to be feasible this year.
To
do it in November. So it'll still be in December, but maybe the dates is where there will be a change due to the petition.
Yeah. And I think that these things will be done after these elections and the tensions and so on. They'll have enough time to be able to go through each petition that has been brought to address everybody's concerns and interest in this country for peace and harmony to exist. Such a way that at the end of the election, no one will be left out. No one will not say that I wasn't part of the decision. It's just like today, when you ask people, they say they didn't vote for NPP. So we don't even know who voted for them. Because of the hardship, it has made people...
Which people?
It has made people...
In fact, you see, don't resort to hasty generalization. I'm also part of the people.
Generalization.
And I've not regretted.
But we know that you voted for them.
I've not regretted because NPP has taken us from doomsday.
You were talking about
let him.
Right.
See. So voters are saying they don't know who voted for NPP. Why shouldn't I lie? Are we quarreling this morning?
No, not at all.
So if I
you are laughing because you are taking Ghanaians for granted. Because
so I should come and look monstrous.
You are happy on your mother's statement that Ghanaians...
I should look monstrous in the face of the Ghanaian people.
Your face is nice, but you are worse and you are intent. They look more than the monstrous.
So, for me, it is an issue that the Electoral Commission should be more embracing. Broader consultations would do. Look, like he said initially, they are there to do what Ghanaians have put them to do. And they are to execute the constitutional provision for what they are. That's what a constitutional body...
So are we happy that indelible ink?
So for me, it's happy because we advocated for, not even... I think I think the majority leader also said
it was both political parties.
So both political parties, don't let us look at John Mama said it. Yes, John Mama indeed said that, and are we living there? Your conduct would expose you. You see, you can be appointed as in a political party. Your conduct at the end of the day is the content of your conduct that will let you be who you are, and then the world will look at you. So, my brother, it's not about John Mama said this, but what they are doing, is it good?
Okay, let's quickly look at the campaign team for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yesterday, he did announce that he has finally decided on the persons who will enable him to become the president of the Republic of Ghana, and he is the lead in his own campaign team. However, he has the special advisors, and these will be the two past presidents, because by December 7th, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will not be the president of Ghana, but the past president. And so his advisors are President John Agyekum Kufuor, that's the former president of Ghana, and of course Nana Akufo-Addo Dankwa, who is the current president of Ghana. These are the advisors. And also there are more people who are joining the advisors. Is the national chairman of the party, that is Stephen Ntim, and his predecessor, Freddie Blay, as well as Elizabeth Ohene. Reverend Joyce Ayi and Chief of Staff Akosua Frema Osei Opare are all going to be a part of his advice team. I think yesterday people were quite surprised when they heard of Reverend Joyce Ayi, because they never, expected her to be affiliated to any political party.
Why is it? Before then, he was part of the PNDC. He was a minister of state. That is how NPP is identified to be distinct from NDC.
Okay.
When Kufuor came, he appointed this Mrs. Mary Grant. She was an NDC.
Yeah.
In fact,
I think there was a Reku Brobe, the one that was it VRE or something.
No, VRE was under Kufuor. Reku Brobe was under.
That's what I'm saying. But Reku Brobe was not NPP.
No, he's an NPP.
He was?
He was.
He
broke away.
He broke away, yes.
Party, but
yeah. So he formed this party.
Yeah, but they are birds of the same feather. It was just tricks.
No, the point I'm stressing is that Mrs. Mary Grant was a known NDC. But when Kufuor came, he saw that, no, this woman can help. And that's what we're doing.
Indum was also not NPP.
No. Under NPP, 4 of the NDC, CPP MPs, we raised them.
Right.
And then the only seat NDC had, the CPP had, and the NDC, that is Samia Yaba Nkrumah, they took it away. You people are wicked.
All right. Daniel Kweku Boche, Member of Parliament for Okere, was named the campaign strategist and will be assisted by Fred Owari and Nana Akomea. Okay, so these are few. So these are going to be the champions of the campaign. No, you just landed.
You just landed.
No, but I think you commented on the.
No.
So I've come to him, then I come to you, please.
So when you go back to him, it means that
it's Yao's turn.
What was he commenting?
It's Yao's
He
turn.
said Mary Grant was appointed, blah, blah,
No. I asked the question. I said the Joyce Ayi.
Yes.
I mentioned the Joyce Ayi.
You see, one thing is certain. If you're truthful, you don't need so much time, as my brother is fighting.
Anyway, so these are the persons who are going to champion the campaign. It's quite a wide team. It's not just, and there are quite a huge number of persons in there. But like I said, there are some names that came up that people were a bit surprised. But Yao, what do you think about, you said you are also a part of it, yes?
Yes. We are 4 managing the communication.
Okay.
Yes, and for now, I'm the longest serving communication member.
Oh, wow.
I worked with Akomea, yes, as his deputy. Yes. And then the 2020, we worked. And then we have the National Council Communication Team. So far, myself, Ataboadey Awontirim, and Nana Akomea, we are the committee chair people serving on the committee. And then, fortunately for me, Dr. Bawumia has also seen the need to also bring me on board. Myself and Akomea were always going, but this time, he's been sent to another portfolio. And then myself, Miracle, Akbar, and Krobia Sante, the 4 of us are managing. We are the people.
George, is it George Krobia Sante?
No, Krobia Sante. I don't know whether he's George.
I don't know whether he's George.
Yes, he's in charge of the social media. A very fantastic guy.
Okay.
The most important point that the 4 of us are the face. Nevertheless, there are more people out there who are even more competent, more committed, and can provide more relevant job than we are doing. So our posture is that we should be all embracing.
Okay.
Whoever, even if the NDC thinks they can bring something on board, we are ever ready. We'll come to you, because one thing that NDC and NPP have been failing over the years is that they think communication is talking, so they will bring people chirping like Sami Jenfi and those people. The most important communication is administrative. How do you connect with the media? How do you connect with the civil society? How do you connect with the academia? All the publics, you get them on board and then you manage it. And clearly, that is what we are going to do. It's not that the four of us are going to speak. Because of my new portfolio, I might not be so regular.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like this place. But at the end of it all is that, aside getting the competent team, they know Dambochi's teacher, they know Akumye's teacher, they know Operations teacher, and of course, President Kufuor, even NDC, they call him Papa Kufuor. Every now and then, they are always at a break going there. We revere our old people. We don't relegate them to the background. And of course, we have Adupriman Kufuor, very committed and very insightful. He has given us the message. And more to that, we have the candidate who is peerless and whose record in terms of vice presidency, nobody, NDC admits it. If it comes to morality, he is not corrupt. If it comes to efficiency, they cannot compare John Mahama then as a vice president. We have.
What has John Mahama got?
So all these things, putting everything together, they are going to support the campaign team. We have the message. We have a strong campaign team, and we have a strong or a stronger candidate. But at the end of it all that I want to say is that with all the discussions we've made this morning, one, with the issue of corruption, I raised 3 issues that NDC should come out with one law to fight. They have not been able to come out with. I said they should mention one person from NPP who has been incarcerated. He has admitted they've not been able to do that. I asked him they should mention one aspect of digitalization they brought to bear to fight corruption. He didn't. So it tells you that, as typical of them, they always raise one allegations without substantiating it. The second point I want my brother to understand.
Oh, you said you were ending because
I'm ending. Yes. The second point I want my brother to understand is that the poor want to be assisted. They don't just want to be talked about. And then NDC talk about them, but then we inject social interventions like the school feeding, the free SHS, the metro mass transport, the health insurance, the LEAP. Mention one. You just talk about them. We are concerned about their plight. That is more important.
All right, thank you.
Then finally,
no,
you see, when
okay, finally, I'll give you a final.
When I was so brief, when I was so brief, I thought my brother was going to be reticent, and all of a sudden he went over the bar. I'm saying you are 24 hours. There is nothing new that you people can say, because you remember in 2008, NDC said it, page 60 of their manifesto, Ghana has the resources to provide jobs for everybody. Read it from there. You couldn't do. You left graduate unemployment. 2012, page 21 of your manifesto, you said that you are going to create jobs for education and employment. You couldn't do it. So how then do we trust you? Just math. But I'm saying that politics of today is about the money. Okay. It's not about the math. Okay. Well, deception, Kenyans are wide awake.
All right.
It's about the
reading
mind.
Some comments. The Honorable, you take us through what you have to say. Why my comments? My comments are vanished. All right, I'll come back. So, Honorable, you make your point, and then, yes. Okay, the comments are here now. Okay, they are gone again. They are back. All right. Hassan Sise from Zenu Central says, good morning, my sister Rosalind and your panelists. The most corrupt looting and milking scheme ever in the Fourth Republic is Nana Akufo-Addo-Bawumia-led regime. No matter what this insensitive liability, clueless, dishonest group of people called NPP will still lose 7 December 2024 elections. JDM West performance in corruption is the best performance of Nana Akufo-Addo. All right. Good morning, madam. I want to tell Ghanaians that our problem as a nation is the government has so much power. That is why both NPP and NDC misbehave. What they should fight for is the amendment of the constitution to reduce the power of the government, and I'm happy that agenda is in Bawumia's agenda for the country. If the constitution is amended, the country will fix itself. Bawumia's credibility and integrity as far as governance is concerned has been sold by the Akufo-Addo's failed government. Bawumia has helped President Akufo-Addo to legalize corruption in this country. Under their watch, we saw the cedi drop drastically, leaving our economy on a financial wheelchair. We have no basis as Ghanaians to give Dr. Bawumia another chance to lead this country. Regardless of how solid their campaign team is, their candidate lacks credibility to become president of Ghana. Good morning to Honorable Timothy Ataboadey and my sister Anamle Ataboadey. Daniel Akpaliok from Sandema. Are they going to bring another card? Why Bawumia is so wicked like this? Look at the way Ghanaians are suffering from the registration of Ghana card. Even the workers that pick by the government make their mistakes on Ghana card. We are paying money, but the correction can be done. Okay, good morning. This one definitely is not really watching my sentiments. Good morning. NPP has nothing good for Ghanaians. They are only interested for Ghana's John Mohammed's ideas to steal paradise from solar. Did I hear the NPP communicator say they fixed Doomsaw? Hey, what a double standard. May God forgive us our sins.
The records are there. What records? The records are there. Let's debate.
Voting for NDC and John Mahama will be suicidal for us as a nation. Let's vote massively for Dr. Bawumia to move us into brighter future. Amino in Sawom. Okay. So I think I'm hoping that I haven't left anybody. Okay, this one is here. Good morning, Rose. It's high time we tell the NPP and their aliens the truth. We Ghanaian voters are more sophisticated than they may think. The corruption in this administration is legendary. The NPP should be preparing their handing over notes by now. They should spare us their noise. Good morning to your panelists, especially Timothy Awontirim. Okay, I think they couldn't spell it well. This comes from Mr. Azure Bolga East. All right, that'll be it. You can send your messages. I have one more, but I think that, Honorable, please make your point.
You see, the campaign team.
How come that my brother brings the beautiful lady they already promised me, and then because of that, it's connected with other guys who are giving the test. So you are, no.
Like you are near us. So
I'm highly disappointed.
Or you have to use a drone. They may have to use a drone to come here, or through digital.
Okay. Yes. But not the 24-hour.
You see, I listened to the names that yesterday put forward by the Dr. Bawumia campaign team. I was only surprised that I didn't hear Honorable Ken Agyapa, because I don't know why they did that to Ken, and Ken has not been.
Man, you're always drawing a wide issue, a wedge issue. You're always drawing a wedge issue.
And the way people are treating Kennedy Agyapa in terms of this campaign is bad. You must
is he part of you? Is he part of you?
Would you allow me to talk? And then people like Agyapa, the former energy minister, and a lot of hosts of those brilliant guys, they sidestepped and brought in an already fumbling team.
How is that fumbling?
Let me explain.
Okay.
Gabi Ochidaku said he has resigned from local, he has retired from local politics, so he has even left the country and gone international. My brother, you see, the campaign team of Bawumia should have been his policies. The policies are enough to sell if indeed the policies succeeded.
That is what I told you.
One district, one factory, one village, one dam.
They have worked.
Moving the economy from taxation to production. You've given us 40 new taxes. 40, including emission taxes, including VAT on electricity, never heard before. VAT on betting, never heard before. COVID fund is
betting wins.
Betting wins. We don't even have the time for that. And so much pressure on the people. Today, as we talk, under his president, this guy, Bawumia, this economy is junk. The economy is completely junk. The financial streams were left for them. They are not even satisfied with what we left. They went and used them and borrowed over $13 billion. Tax revenue, $411 billion. They've not used it to do anything. It's not this campaign team that will salvage the already battered team that they have there. You are talking about unemployment. One who left this country for you. Unemployment was 8.4. Today, as we say, it's 14.
2014, 2020. How many people did you employ?
And you say you are the
Voodoo statistics.
Oh, these are even your finance minister captured the first time he read the budget. It's a budget statement.
When was
it? Beyond that, the Ghana Statistical and Service have put out the figures that I don't control. I would not do that. You understand?
Right.
And these figures have been set several times. So, my brother, if we are talking about who is a better manager of the country, who should look at it, it's John Dramani Mahama, the man who is bringing just one policy of him, 24 hours, and they are days. 24 hours economy, they are days. They cannot even explain it. Bawumia is an economy, he cannot even explain 24. And Bawumia went to London or wherever he went, he was working 24 hours. And you come here and then you say it will not happen under you. You are talking about doing so. What did you do to do so? Today, as we said, look at independent power producers.
Those of you call it Yao is on Joy Prime.
The radio station
radio station. Please hold on. Yao is on.
About 40 radio stations have been calling.
Please hold on.
And those who called me yesterday, I told them that after 8 o'clock, I'll avail myself.
Yes.
And still they are calling.
So please hold on for him. Don't give him pressure.
Please, I'm for you and you are for me. When I finish, I'll
so for me, coming events, they say
finish so that I can go out. You are not telling us anything new.
Like we said, we are going our 24-hour economy. It's an innovative thinking to arrest the animal. It's an 8-hour cycle. So that if you cannot work in the day, you work even, quote unquote, illiterates out there understand what 24. That's why they've bought into it. Polls that have been done, including global info analytics.
The doctor shown. How do you trust that?
Have shown that the most credible policy put ahead and that the people trusted is the 24-hour economy that is going to change.
What was the basis?
Under you, 850 people.
Let me ask you a question. Why is it that when the polls favors a certain political party, it's credible? When it doesn't, it's not credible.
You see, the first place, let's admit that every poll has got its limitations. You can't read it out. Yes. But the most important point is whether it's against you or not, you try to use it. But sometimes you look at a certain direction where the polls are going, then it also picks your doubts. That is what the problem is.
Okay.
You understand it? Because the polls that he's talking about and those things.
Polls
what was the sample size?
Polls will always pick
what was
your
the sample size?
You've met the man. He has given his own.
Polls, you always have doubts with polls if it doesn't favor you. It's not you. Okay, I mean
fine.
everybody out there.
I want you to clarify it.
Everybody out there.
But MPP don't normally. No, we don't normally. We understand because we believe in the polls. But sometimes you also question the basis of the polls.
Okay.
Because, for instance, like you say,
even I am here. You don't even global info analysis, you don't trust them. No poll, like my sister put in this one. You don't trust poll because they are not in your favor. Don't let us do that to institution. But for me,
Benefsin also came out that the most credible is the digitalization.
Okay.
Benefsin also came out. If you trust, then keep quiet.
Please make your point.
The people of Ghana have made up their minds already.
Yes.
They tested you,
and
they know that you have no message
not to
them.
Go back.
Apart from the mismanagement of the corruption, the unemployment rate, and everything that is criminal under this government. The stealing is too much. The corruption.
The best you can do is that
every sector.
Ghanaians are not going back.
So for me, we are not going to do our policies to suit them. We're going to do our policies to suit the people of Ghana and the electorate. That's why the John Mahama is doing his Better Ghana tour, and we are going to go with that. We are not imitating you. We are not going to look at you. Like I told you in the beginning, your policies should sell you, not the type of team you put forward. Damboche, we know Damboche. We know all of them. Who is your campaign chairman? We don't even know as we said this.
But Damboche, so far, looking at what
we know Damboche.
Damboche is the leader.
We know my brother Nana Akumi.
Oh, you can pretend.
I know you.
You can
we
pretend.
know all of them.
You can pretend.
They are bereft of ideas.
But I said, my sister, I said that we have a better candidate. We have better message. And we have better team. You have not been able to.
We are very grateful that you could make it this morning.
I've done it.
Anyway, so we are calling on the MP for Mion, Honorable Musa Abdul Agyapa. That's your name. Your people want to see you on Joy Prime.
So there was a different candidate.
Pardon?
There was a candidate that appeared here with me.
No. This is Musa Abdul Agyapa. Yes. So his people want. I don't know.
No, he won't be an MP.
He's from me on, so maybe NDC.
Yeah, I think you have an MP.
Yes, we have.
So it won't be Sun NDC.
He's the one they advocating that he's so good, he should come.
Okay, so please, the people want you right here on Joy Prime. So please, if you are watching or if you know him, please cut this part and give it to him. That is, people are calling on him on the Joy Prime. Honorable Musa Abdul Ayaba. Okay. Anyway, so that'll be all for what we have for you this morning for News Flash segment. And my guests have been Honorable Timothy Ataboadey, who represented the NDC, and the Baafi, who represented the NPP. And we hope that when you go out there, I don't know when we are voting as of now, but when we go out there, please vote wisely. Okay? Vote wisely. But yeah, your books are a lot, too.
Yes. You know, I'm not here to churn out lies.
But what you
oh, wait, my brother. No, I'm not here to churn out lies. If you respect the audience, if you respect the audience,
that will be all
if you respect the audience, you will not just walk in and then you just start telling your stories.
What is story?
Your stories.
Give facts.
No, we don't tell stories. What are facts?
The facts are given.